Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and we move on here with Blackheath Resources at the Precious Metal Fair in Munich 2013. And with me here is James Robertson. He's the president of the company. James, great to have you here. Thanks for taking the time. It was quite interesting. We just talked about your project and your company. Just elaborate a little bit about who you are, where you are, what are you doing?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm originally from England.
Yeah, I can hear that a bit.
I spent 40 years in Canada, and I now work out of Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And we have a company that is involved in tungsten. Tungsten actually is a metal that is as heavy as gold, but it's very different from gold.
And it's critical metal.
I'm sorry?
It's a critical metal.
It is a critical metal. Yeah. It's in critical supply. It's top of the list in Europe, the United Kingdom. A strategic metal that is very, very important. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The price has in fact been increasing, and it's increased about 30% over the last year. Mm-hmm. But about 10 years ago we had a company that had a tungsten mine in Portugal. Share price I think was about 15 cents. We were very fortunate, and 4 years later we sold it to a Japanese company for $3.65. Oh. We had some German shareholders as well.
You want to repeat that here?
We would love to repeat that, and what we're trying to do now, of course, is to put together the top past producing tungsten mines in northern Portugal, with a view to assembling them under one umbrella, which is Blackheath Resources. Mm-hmm. We trade on the TSX Venture Exchange. Our company now has the initial Covas projects. We also have two more projects under our wing, Baralha, and that was the second largest tungsten mine in Portugal after the Panisqueira mine that we sold to the Japanese, and also Bajanka.
Okay.
Now these mines basically closed down in 1985. That was when the tungsten price was so low. Bajanka and Baralha have never been drilled. They've never been opened since. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of potential there, and we want to try and realize that potential as we move them forward.
Mm-hmm. So as far as I understand, also we have now better technology to get out the ore of the rock and to get out the tungsten, as you want to bring old mines again into production, and of course you have some exploration. So what is about, let's stay shortly with the exploration. Is it low grade, is it high grade? What can your investors expect?
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. Covas, the first project we took on, in 1980, Union Carbide actually developed historical resources there, not compliant with current rules and regulations, but historic resources of almost 1 million tons, grading 0.78% WO3, which is the tungsten grade. And that is high grade. In very approximate terms, that might be equivalent to 4 or 5% copper, but that's a real approximation. With that as a starting point, we feel that we can expand those resources by further drilling, mm-hmm. and upon expanding them we would go into an economic assessment, mm-hmm. and hopefully into production. So that is certainly a higher grade, and in fact quite a high grade deposit. In addition to Covas, at Baralha we're looking at what appears to be, it's a large breccia zone that has tungsten veins through it, but also the breccia itself contains tungsten. And now I think with tungsten prices being what they are, with the price increases that we've seen...
What is tungsten these days?
Well, it's around $40 a kilogram. Mm-hmm. When we started off with our company Primary Metals 10 years ago, tungsten was about $7 a kilogram.
Oh, that's a major difference.
So it's a big difference in 10 years.
6 times higher.
And as I say, in the last year or so, it's gone from about $30 to $40. So it's very attractively priced. And I think that with what we have at Baralha, we've done trenching there, and certainly it looks that the grades of the tungsten actually just in the rock, let alone the veins, is pretty significant. So we want to get in there to drill and to demonstrate that we have what appears to be a very large tonnage of, in this case, lower grade material, maybe around 0.25 or 0.3 perhaps, we don't know because we haven't drilled yet, but that would be a large tonnage open pit operation.
Okay. You said you are drilling. That costs money.
Yep,
what is cash in the bank? What is going on there?
Well, certainly drilling costs money. It's unfortunate, but that's the way life is. Our cash in the bank, we have a little under $1 million at the moment. Mm-hmm. We are drilling. We will be drilling until December. Results will be coming through from December to January, I would think. And we have enough funds for that exploration. We have enough funds to continue what we've planned and with our acquisitions moving forward. So at the moment we're sitting with some money in the bank, which is good. Mm-hmm. Of course, we're an exploration company. We'll always need more money later on.
Yeah. What is market cap today, and what are your largest shareholders?
Market cap.
What is management share, of course?
Well, management share is currently about 35%.
Oh, that's
of
a lot.
The total. And we paid for our stock as well. This isn't stock that was gifted. We paid for our shares along with everybody else.
Very good. I like to hear that.
So about 35%. We have a market capitalization of $5 million. Our largest shareholder is, in fact, myself. I'm the largest shareholder. We have a Mexican investor who is probably the second largest shareholder. Third largest shareholder is a director, Jonathan Carter, and John Carter has been involved in tungsten all of his life. As a trader, he knows the tungsten business intimately. We managed to put together a team that included people from primary metals, and so we're using that expertise as we move forward. We have an advisory committee that includes a couple of people that are very active and very senior and very helpful to us as we go forward. And of course all that information is on our website, which is blackheathresources.com.
Okay, great. Finally, what are your plans for 2014? What do you want to achieve? And I presume you have to raise some money probably.
We do. I think that our plans for 2014, first of all, are to assess the results that we will then have from our Kovas drilling project. We want to get a drill program onto our Boralia breccia zone to demonstrate what the results of that are, because we're very excited about that, very excited moving forwards for the tonnage and the grade that we believe that we're going to be seeing. We also would like to spend some time and effort on our Bajanka project, which also has tin as well as tungsten.
Yeah.
And we have a couple more acquisitions that we'd be liking to make.
Great.
So yes, at some time in the next little while we will be looking at funding. We have had interest expressed from several sources, and we're looking forward to a very exciting future.
Great. So I wish you all the best for that, and hopefully we get some good news from you very soon.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Now we talked about tungsten. Also, it's a critical metal and also one of the metals I really like for the future, as I think there is a shortage, and it will be still longer a shortage here. And Blackheath is taking care about old tungsten mine projects, but also exploration in Portugal. So quite interesting things here going on. The drills are turning, and hopefully they have some good results soon. And we will watch for you. Make up your mind by yourself. Watch the website. James mentioned it, and it's blackheathresources.com. Stay healthy. Thanks, and bye-bye from Munich.
Thank you.